Good morning from Seattle, Washington, at our studio here on Friday. Friday, of course, we wanted to touch base, talk, discuss one of the most important subject and one of the financing vehicle that funded community development project, such as hotel, residential subdivision, hotel hospitality is a majority of the deal that funded. Also at the office building and multifamily included senior housing, military housing, and the student housing, right? So so on the today's subject, I remember back in 2007, when I was working at a Windermere owner and CEO. So I ran into a gentleman and his immigration lawyer, right? So when I doing a lot of commercial real estate, of course, I wanted to help my client with acquisition, development, entitlement, and put together financing. I'm always out there looking for a client. And I bet, years later, I'm still doing the same thing, right? So love doing that. But he told me about this particular program that gonna be helping other foreign investor invest into an entity that creating job for our community and also getting the green card, right? So of course, my background, I came from Vietnam as a refugee, just like 2.6 million Vietnamese that migrated out of Vietnam after 1975. So the conversation caught my attention. So I got involved in the program as a broker, as a development manager. So, so years back, right, learning from all this deal, all this opportunity, and get involved in the industry. So, you learn quite a bit. But my background is still, day-to-day job. I'm a developer. I'm a land developer, right? So multiple entity that created through our work. But so here on the screen, right? So you're looking at, so picture of me at the Windermere owner, right? And then after that, we're moving to like Prudential. So why would I make a move from Windermere owner, president and CEO, to take my company to become a Prudential, right? Well, because of a lot of reason for that, Prudential relocation is one of the very productive in the country and have a very strong global, not only in commercial real estate, residential real estate, but it's also in financing, right? So that's how I involved with Prudential after a long run with Windermere. So the um, so the partnership were great, that creating a lot of opportunity. But background is still in Hong Kong, in refugee camp during the Hong Kong UK that period, and migrated to Seattle in 1993. So you know the the business by itself, that's a lot of change over the years, right? But the one thing that remained constant is that the need for the people that migrated to the U.S. is probably all-time high. It's much more demand than where it used to be. When I started, a lot of people were coming from UK's, right? South Korea and Japan. So we found ourselves in Asia doing a lot of work, but that different than when the market shipped to China in the later year during the President Obama administration. Then 80+% of the investor coming from China, right? And then there's a change in the new law occurring in 2022, where President Biden really signed an extension for the program to go from 2022 March all the way to 2027. So the program has been through so much change, over the years, over the decade, right? And but the program able to fund many projects in which we're going to be sharing with you over the year, right? So today we own and operated EB5 Regional Center in the United States, right? So so we create the program, we create a business plan, we submit it to the USCIS, we get the approval, right? And we keep on going with the goal is to find in commercial real estate and helping helping our local to be able to creating more unit, creating more housing, creating more job opportunity, and creating more American dream, right? So I wrote down here on the screen is that, well, we got everything set out to help builder, developer, investor, right, to get to where they wanted to be. We see the American dream, right? So I wrote down here that yes, if you wanted to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, then go together. So what we have in the Builder Co-op program right now is the entire system, right? Included the network, included the broker, included all the best dream team that put together an offering document for a project, right? And so you name it, we have from A to Z, we have it all um, ready to help customer that needed creative financing, foreign direct investment, and so I'm excited to share with you about the program and what it can do, for your project, for your client project, and helping other company overseas and helping a lot of a limited partnership in what I call, that they can involve into the program, right? So pretty much like we have a boat, that we have a ship that all you do is just jump on board to get to your destination, right? I mean, like, have it easy to say than done, but it's here. So the pathway to the citizenship program. So we started with multiple stakes. I got a great relationship working with multiple owner across the country through our network of the Investment in America Association, right? So we can help, but it's starting out from a market that's so strong in Seattle, Washington. It's home of Boeing, Microsoft, Amazon, Starbucks, Expedia, and you name it, right? The best economy is here. But back then, when the program is started, we don't have the issue with getting the project approved, getting all the offering document done, get it on the market and get it sold. I like to share with you path investment-based category number 5, right? That's already approved. That then most of this investor is already received a U.S. citizenship, and we have, minority is still going through the green card, right? So I say that it's starting from here. That this whereby the Seattle area, that's where all the big corporations, as you can see on the screen, with Boeing, Microsoft, Amazon, Expedia, and Costco. So then majority of the investment located within 3 to 5 minutes from downtown Seattle, right? And in the Soto area. So strong, so powerful, but why do you call it at the TEA, right? The target unemployment area. Well, it's just an old law, but it's changing to a new law. And so through this work, right, through the support of all the foreign investor, through the work of the development team and design team, financing team, construction team, right? And all the great broker that believe in it. And that's why we have such a very strong number of investors that invest through the program and realize the American dream. We're talking about over 1,100 investors in the past and over 17 different funds, right? So here is the here what it would take, for the program to get it approved and to get it ready 100% to go on the market and raise money that needed. Of course, like working with the industry over the years, then we have we assemble and we build what is called the dream team, right? The dream team that included, immigration attorney, top notch, right, and security attorney. And then, we're building on a strong business plan that creating indirect job, and we make the most out of it. And also the job creation economic through in-plan business model, right? You name it, all the consultant that we bringing in, it's also creating what it needed on the program. We see the JCE, right? And then we got the regional center that really sponsor to make this offering work, right? So here the final what it called the USCIS requirement for the document for the project, correct? We got starting out with the feasibility study to make sure that the location, the building, the development, the build out, the product is feasible, right? It's rentable, it's sellable, and it's working out. And then also the budget that build to make that all happen. Also the financial, the pro forma in terms of looking at, how would we, finance in that, how we gonna be able to serve the desk, and be able to make the project feasible, right? And then, of course, we're going to use what we call the market study that included all the information that needed, so we have sample of that. So, pulling together everything that we need, very detailed. The reason I'm sharing with you all this, well, because I wanted to help a lot of you guys to get into the industry, and we're putting together a training that helping you to get to the understanding, the skill of what needed in terms of, how to raise capital through this type of program, right? So quickly on that here is that, why would your client, why would the U.S. is 334 million people. You got the global with the population of about 7.3 billion people, right? But then in Asia, where our office in Shanghai and in Saigon, Vietnam, let's say China, for example, 1.5 billion people of the population, right? So one out of 5 human being is Chinese, right? And then also in Vietnam, where there are 100 million people, and then India, that where we have 1.5 billion people. India probably going to have more population than China for the first time ever, right? But, Asia, that's where, 70% of the world population, right? So why would they need to get into a program like that and get citizenship, right? So, well, first of all, because the program is allowed to pull all the investors together. And then the job that created through the program is indirect job, right? So that's why employment-based investor visa, 92% is also invest into the EB5 indirect job program. Then we also provide EB3 investment visa as well as a way to helping people to migrate to the U.S. So, well, this program is probably be like fast, right? fast processing for qualified investor. Second is that, yeah, there's no need to create, your own business that creating a 10 job. And then also uh, but then, yeah, and then, and then all you do is just invest your money into the fund, right? And then you got the return after the 5 year period. So, I mean, all this great thing that about the program, this make it so simple and easy. And nowadays, with the investment into the rural target unemployment area, that allows for the investor to get the green card and within 3 to 12 months, right? So that is the priority, and that is good. So you can live anywhere in United States, and you don't have to live in close by or nearby the investment property that you invested in, right? So that very quickly that I'm going to the looking at the very much structure of a fund model. First, the investor going to put money into the fund, right? And it's a 5 year period. Then they're going to get back the return, the principal and interest back, right? Of course, investment have to be at risk, and then all the money from the fund is gonna be loaned to the project. It's called the JCE. I wrote down here on the screen, right? So our role at the GP, at a general partner, is to perform, in acquisition, development, management, right, and distribution, of the income, to the investor, right? So that pretty much the structure would be. So looking at some of the deal that done in the past, right, and what would be for the future, because we about to get into another successful investment with another $1 billion in equity that will be invested in the local area here. And we're very excited about that, but it's also helping create tremendous amount of job and opportunity for the investor to get the green card. So, I wrote down here some of the deal that we done, multifamily, right? Of course, and then looking at the history of the fund that we done in the past. Of course, the first one brought it to my memory is the property on 2400 block on First Avenue South, right? So this is when we raise the money, we get it from the investor, and then we loan it to the project. And you can see it is on 2400 block, First Avenue South. Is facing the Starbucks headquarters. This is the deal that get done. And then the second one, of course, on the another property on 3317 Third Avenue South, right? So it is a rundown of the heavy industrial zoning with the industrial building. And thanks to the investment program, that all the investors really put the money behind it, and then it's remodeled. Today, when you go by, 3317 Third Avenue South, you're gonna be able to see the complete great property that's already renovated and put into the operation. So thank you to the EB5 investor and what they contribute to the local economy. And third one would be that I looking at this on 2962 First Avenue South, Seattle, right? And another property that were in a terrible shape, right? But because of the investment model, that be able to turn that into a great building, very functional for the area. And so then come by, take a look. And this one right here, I remember it clearly. It's on 4746 Ohio Avenue South in Seattle, right? Those are the money, the dollar that created through this employment-based program under the regional center program. and then that turn this kind of asset into the where it is right now, the one that you drive by, take a look at it, and think that this program and this investment model is really work, right? So, as we planning forward, we are open up for another investment opportunity in the same state of Washington, right? But it's in, but it is probably will be the somewhere between about 20 to 25 property that will be acquired, that will be developed, right? Then that will be rebuilt or build new one from the ground up. But it's also an opportunity for up to 300 investors that are going to be participate in the program, so that we're going to be sharing with you all this opportunity as we moving forward. So there are 17 different funds that completed, but there are also another 20 plus property that are going to come on the market under the US Asia EB5 Fund 19. So I'm looking forward to working with you in the next coming years, right? And helping you in terms of providing you the best tool, the best knowledge and the skill, right? That needed. So for you to assisting and helping the client that need to gain access into the United States, right? So with that in mind, we're going to be sharing a lot of this completed deal for the employment-based category number 5. And we're going to learn, and we're going to learn together, and we'll be working together to prosper, right? So with that, we're going to leave you with this. Learning is equal earning, right? The more you learn, the more you earn, right? But learning about employment-based category number 5, to serve the investor to get the U.S. citizenship, and learning the EB5 financing and an equity financing for the project so that you can serve your builder, developer, owner. That even better, right? So both of those learning, I offer it to you. So let's really making the next few years is probably one of the best profitable real estate commercial business for all of us, right? Because of that success, that's going to create a lot of American dream. So let's make it happen. Thank you.